Every second, about 13 cans of Spam are eaten somewhere in the world. That adds up to hundreds of millions of cans every year. And here's the truly strange part. A single unopened can can sit on a shelf for 2 to 5 years, sometimes much longer without refrigeration. Think about that for a moment. Fresh pork lasts maybe 3 to 5 days in your fridge. Yet this small pink brick of lunch meat survives years in a pantry like it has a built-in pause button. So, what exactly is inside that famous blue can? How is Spam actually made? And what allows it to last so unbelievably long without spoiling? Today we're opening the can on one of the most mysterious foods in the world. And before we do that, go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Because somewhere in a corporate office, a data analyst gets slightly confused when a video about canned meat suddenly gets a lot of likes. Let's begin. 1. The surprisingly simple ingredients. Despite decades of jokes and conspiracy theories, Spam actually contains very few ingredients. The classic version is made from just 6 main components: pork shoulder, ham, salt, water, potato starch, sugar, and sodium nitrite, a curing preservative. Yes, that's basically it. The meat itself comes mostly from pork shoulder and ham, which are ground together to create the base of the product. Pork shoulder provides fat and tenderness, while ham adds flavor and structure. Salt plays multiple roles. It enhances flavor, helps extract proteins from the meat, and slows microbial growth. Water helps blend the ingredients and keeps the final product moist. Then there's potato starch, a quiet but essential ingredient. When heated during production, it forms a gel-like network that binds everything together and gives Spam its famous sliceable texture. Finally, sodium nitrite is added. This curing agent prevents dangerous bacteria like Clostridium botulinum, the organism responsible for botulism, while also preserving the meat's pink color. In other words, Spam isn't packed with dozens of mystery chemicals. Its secret lies more in how it's made than what goes into it. 2. Grinding the meat. The manufacturing process begins with large cuts of pork shoulder and ham arriving at the processing facility. These cuts are coarsely ground into a thick meat mixture. During this stage, salt and water are added while the mixture is mechanically blended. Why add salt so early? Because salt dissolves muscle proteins like myosin, which act as natural binders. Once these proteins are extracted, they help glue the meat particles together later in the process. Think of it like turning a pile of ground meat into a sticky paste that can hold its shape. At this point, the mixture already begins to resemble the dense loaf texture people associate with Spam. 3. Mixing and formulating. Next, the remaining ingredients are added. The potato starch, sugar, and curing agents are carefully measured and mixed into the meat under controlled conditions. This stage is extremely precise because the texture of the final product depends heavily on the balance between meat proteins, fat, and starch. Manufacturers also remove air from the mixture during processing. Oxygen can lead to oxidation and spoilage, so minimizing air pockets helps extend shelf life. What emerges is a thick, uniform meat paste ready to be packed into cans. 4. Filling the cans. The mixture is then pumped into metal cans using automated filling machines. Each can receives a precise portion of the meat mixture, ensuring consistent weight and shape. Immediately after filling, the cans are sealed using a process called double seaming. This creates an airtight metal seal that prevents outside air, bacteria, and contaminants from entering. At this stage, the meat inside the can is still raw, but that's about to change. 5. Cooking inside the can. Once sealed, the cans move into giant pressure cookers called retorts. Here, they are heated to around 250 degrees Fahrenheit, 121 degrees Celsius, under steam pressure for an extended period. This step is the true magic behind Spam's longevity. The high heat accomplishes several things at once. First, it fully cooks the meat, making the product ready to eat straight from the can. Second, it kills bacteria, viruses, and microbial spores, including those that could cause food poisoning. Third, it activates the potato starch, which gelatinizes and forms the firm structure that holds the loaf together. During cooking, natural gelatin also forms around the meat. That's the clear jelly-like layer you sometimes see when you slide Spam out of the can. By the time the cans leave the retort, the meat inside is completely sterile. 6. Cooling and quality checks. After cooking, the cans are rapidly cooled with water sprays. Cooling helps stabilize the product and prevents overcooking. Each can is then inspected for defects such as weak seals, incorrect weight, damaged cans, and contamination risks. Any can that fails inspection is discarded. The rest move on to labeling and packaging before being shipped to stores around the world. And yes, those cans might sit on shelves for years before someone finally fries them up for breakfast. So how does Spam last so long? Now we get to the big question. How does Spam last so long without refrigeration? The answer comes down to 3 key factors. Number 1. Airtight canning. Once sealed, the can prevents oxygen and bacteria from entering. Without oxygen, most spoilage microorganisms simply cannot survive. Number 2. High-temperature sterilization. The retort cooking process destroys all microorganisms, including bacterial spores. This creates what food scientists call commercial sterility. And number 3. Chemical preservation. Salt and sodium nitrite act as additional safety barriers by inhibiting harmful bacteria. Together, these factors create an environment where microbes simply cannot grow. That's why unopened Spam can remain safe to eat for years as long as the can remains intact. In fact, food safety experts say canned foods like Spam can technically remain safe indefinitely if the seal is not broken, though flavor and texture may slowly decline over time. So the can isn't just packaging, it's essentially a tiny metal vault preserving meat in suspended animation. How did Spam become a global food? Here's a bit of history. Spam was first introduced in 1937 by Hormel Foods in the United States. Its long shelf life quickly made it valuable during World War II, when fresh meat was difficult to transport to troops overseas. Millions of cans were shipped to soldiers across Europe and the Pacific. When the war ended, many countries had already adopted Spam into their local cuisines. Today, it's especially popular in places like Hawaii, South Korea, the Philippines, and Japan. In fact, Spam musubi in Hawaii and budai jjigae in Korea are famous dishes built around the canned meat. The once purely military ration had become a global comfort food. The truth behind the mystery meat myth. Spam has always attracted jokes about being made from questionable leftovers, but the reality is far less dramatic. The meat used in Spam comes primarily from pork shoulder and ham, both standard cuts of pork. The texture people sometimes find unusual comes from the combination of ground meat, gelatin formation, and starch binding during cooking. In other words, Spam isn't strange because of its ingredients, but it's strange because it's engineered for stability. Food scientists designed it to survive shipping, storage, and time itself. And by that metric, it's one of the most successful processed foods ever created. The meat that beat time. So, the next time you see that little blue can sitting quietly on a supermarket shelf, remember what's inside: a mixture of pork, salt, and starch, cooked inside its own metal container, sterilized at temperatures hot enough to eliminate nearly every microorganism, all sealed inside a can that turns lunch meat into something closer to a time capsule. That's why Spam can survive years in your pantry while a fresh pork chop barely survives the week. Food science turned meat into a shelf-stable survivor. And honestly, that's kind of impressive. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because nothing tells the YouTube algorithm you appreciate educational content quite like enthusiastically supporting a video about a 1930s canned meat product. And who knows, one day this video might last as long as a can of Spam.